Hey everybody, it's Alex with Ramsey Infiniti, and today I'll be comparing the two three-row SUVs that Infiniti has to offer, the QX60 on the left and the QX80 on the right, and help you figure out which one's better for you and your family. Let's get into it. To start, the QX80 is an overall bigger car. That's because of the platforms. The QX80 is built on a body-on-frame platform, like more pickup trucks, whereas the QX60 is built like a unibody platform, like most SUVs. This means that the QX60 is going to be more nimble and efficient, whereas the QX80 is going to be more capable when it comes to storage and power. Let's look at the cargo capability of the QX60. Simply press on this button right here. The power trunk opens really quickly, and you get a lot of cargo space for a three-row SUV. But if you need even more, Nissan lets you manually remove the third row. Simply bring down the headrests and pull on these tabs, just like that. This is how much space you get. Quite a lot. And you still have seating for 3 passengers. But if you want to bring up your seats, what you do get is motors to bring up your chairs. Now let's move on to the QX80. The QX80 is a much taller car, so you're able to stack cargo up much higher, and this divider is able to be removed if you much want to. And you're going to notice that I brought that headrest up very high, and I'm going to explain why in a second. So to bring down this third row to expand your seating, you need to use electric motors. Simply press a button right here, and it goes down. Infiniti was afraid of having electric motors bring down a seat if there's a child sitting in it. So what they did was, if motion's detected, such as, let's say, the seat's too high or someone's sitting in it, the motor will obviously stop and push back, and you can then stop the motion, and your child will be safe. I've now brought down the third row just to show you how much storage you really do get in the QX80, plus having that extra storage for 3 passengers and a driver. But let's say you're moving or going on a cross-country road trip with you and a friend, and you do need extra storage. Infiniti has you covered with these buttons on the side to bring down your second row chairs and fully flatten them to give you 161 cubic feet of storage. And if your second row is a bench seat, which the QX80 and QX60 applies for, this function still works. And after folding all this down, you don't have to worry about folding anything back up, because you can electronically bring back all 5 or 6 of your chairs from the push of a button, close your trunk, and go back to having a fantastic day. I'm not actually done though, because if you're loading something really heavy into your QX80, simply press on this button right here and watch as the suspension lowers. Climbing into the cockpit of your QX60, you can notice your heated and ventilated leather seats. And sitting inside, you get plenty of legroom to look at your heated leather steering wheel that comes with paddle shifters and real buttons, such as your Pro Pilot Assist, which is your cruise control that stares 2 cars ahead of you, your digital gauge clusters, your screen, your climate controls that give you real buttons, and your magnetic wireless charging, which actually keeps your phone stable and charging during sharp corners, which I really like, and a panoramic sunroof. Getting in the cockpit of your QX80, you get heated, ventilated, and massaging leather seats. You get to sit high up, and you have your heated leathery steering wheel with digital buttons, your dual screen setup, and another screen down here for climate controls. You have iPhone storage down here, that's wireless charging, cup holders, and storage down here that also turns into a cooler with a fan. You get this screen up here, which goes away, and then turns into a sunroof. Stepping inside of the second row of the QX60, you get more of this diamond stitched leather seats with storage in front of you, good legroom, cup holders, more storage in the middle, and heated and ventilated leather seats, which are controlled right here with charging ports in the center. Now, these seats are adjustable to go forward and backwards with quite a lot of room for tall people, and they recline quite a lot. And you also get quite a lot of headroom. In the second row of the QX80, you get more of these hand stitch seats and more legroom because this is a bigger car with storage in front of you, cup holders here, and more storage in the console, heated and ventilated seats, and electronic seats that move forwards, backwards, and recline. But if you don't want to use the buttons, you get a screen right here to control your climate controls and your seat adjustments. For the QX60, since this isn't a full-size SUV, you simply press this button down here and the car moves forward and you climb into the third row. Just like that. And you can actually just pull, and you actually get decent legroom in the QX60. I'm a 5'11" adult, and I can fit in the back with room for 2 more passengers. And since this is not a coupe SUV, I do have full headroom. If I want to leave the third row, I simply press this button here. So I'm never actually stuck in the third row. I'm fully self-sufficient. I get cup holders here on the sides as well. Getting into the third row of the QX80 is actually quite similar to getting into the third row of the QX60. Simply press a button on the top of the second row seat right here, and it will slowly move towards the front of the car. Now, it does it a little more gracefully, but it's also a little slower, and you get quite a lot of room here to climb into your third row. And just like that, you're here. And in the back, you actually get adjustable headrests that go as high as you want, and then you can bring them lower, which I appreciate. And as a taller guy, you actually have enough room to rest your head, and then you can push this button right up here. The seats will come back. And these are my legs as a 5'11" adult. They didn't actually hit my knees. I can bring my feet up more. These are my room for my 2 other passengers here with plenty of other room. And in the third row, we actually get heated seats, low and high mode, which is really impressive. And the third row reclines, which is really cool. To get out, simply press this button right here, just like the other SUV. And I'm never stuck in any of these cars. Pretty cool. Both of these cars are all-wheel drive, but they have 2 different powertrains. Let's talk about it. The QX60 gets a 2-liter 4-cylinder variable compression turbocharged engine, making 268 horsepower and 286 pound-feet of torque, and is able to tow up to 6,000 pounds, which is more than enough for occasional towing. The QX80 has a 3.5-liter V6 engine, making up to 450 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque, and has a towing capacity of up to 8,500 pounds, meaning that if you're someone who likes to tow, this is definitely the car for you. The QX60 has 0 to 60 of around 8 seconds, and the QX80 has 0 to 60 of around 6 seconds. I'd like to invite you in for a test drive. We're located right here on Route 17 South. We're open on weekdays, weekends, nights, so please call us and we're happy to help you with anything you might possibly need. Thank you for watching.